PunkTV.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.
Hey guys, now at PunkTV.ca here, and I'm sitting with Chris from IAMX. How are you?
I'm very good.
Great.
I'm actually feeling very excited to be in the States.
Yeah.
Yep.
This isn't your first time, right?
No, it's not. But my view of it, my perspective of the place changes every time, and this time it's really, really positive.
Oh, great. Well, you learn something new every time, I guess. So, Kiss and Swallow, you re-released it this past summer. Do you feel that it's been a better fan reaction this time around?
Oh, I don't know actually. Well, Kiss and Swallow was quite a small release in Europe, and so it was more of a collector's item, a cult record to have. And when we played those songs live, the reaction was still good, but mixed. Not as conscious as for the alternative tunes. But this time around, it seems like people are really into those songs. So
yeah,
it's good to have a new release.
Yeah, maybe the second time around was your good luck charm kind of thing. So you guys you're very theatric on stage. How important is stage aesthetics to you as a performer?
It's really important. I find that the being theatrical, the dressing up, the putting on the mask, the build up to the show is a very therapeutic way of releasing vent. It's a very therapeutic way to vent. It's a really good way to let stuff out, because you build up to the show, you get this feel. Yeah, it's very. It gives you something to do. It's a very it intensifies the experience for me, and on stage, destroying that, breaking off the clothes, tearing off the makeup, not giving a fuck, and just really losing myself.
Right. And
we all do the same thing. Is very, very therapeutic, and I would say that the theatrical side intensifies that for me. And I also love theatre. I really love theatre. I love the way that the lighting works, the way that with makeup and with clothes you can really change the atmosphere of the performance. And the music is also very theatrical. So it's really a reflection of what the heart and soul of the project is about.
Right. And do you have a background in theatre where you've kind of grown to liking it, or is it just
I don't have a background in theatre.
And just as an art form that you.
It is, yeah. It's more of an art form that I gradually got into over the years. And
right.
I was never really a rock and roller in terms of like performing on stage and my attitude to making music. It was always a bit more thoughtful and controlled, and but through theatre, I think if you are controlled, if you are a bit more scientific about the way that you do things, it's a really nice way to relieve that, to not take yourself too seriously.
Right.
And I mean, the music is serious. The music is saying serious things, and it's very sincere, and there are things that are very important to me in the music. But adding the theatrical element allows me to take the weight of that music off.
That kind of leads me to my next question, which is kind of, are you inspired by glam rock?
No, not so much. I think I'm much more into theatre, and I think that's why I said I'm not really a rocker. Right. People tag it like that sometimes because there's no other explanation for it.
Exactly.
But for me, it is. I would like to push it more into theatre. I find it much more of an art experience. I'm trying to make it that way. So the music is still simple in a way. You can still it's very understandable and rhythmic. But adding the visual element to it, and the makeup and the costumes takes it. I think it takes it to another level, and hopefully not just a glam rock level, because I think that's too that's two-dimensional.
And if you think about it, you know, glam rock, I believe, was kind of born from theatrics.
Of course,
you know, they all derived it from there.
Yeah.
So, and your videos are all very fascinating. Where do you derive some of your influences from when you come up with the treatment for your videos, or do you bounce off ideas?
Do you mean the visuals, or do you mean the visuals for live?
Mm-hmm. Okay. In your videos, like concepts, do you come up with them?
It's a combination. I mean, some of the videos of me, obviously, it's a collaborative thing with the director and or friends. But the visuals that I make for MySpace, the websites, and for the live shows are concepts that I come up with, and I usually film them myself and edit them myself.
It allows you to be creative.
It does. I mean, that's really my second love is film, and I would much rather talk about. I mean, if people ask me about my influences, where I get my influences from, it is more from film than from contemporary music.
Any movies in particular?
Well, I love Fellini. I love Tarkovsky, is a Russian filmmaker, a fabulous filmmaker, and I really like David Lynch. I still keep coming back to Lynch and his chaotic, spiritual, meditative mind. He's a real inspiration, and I think people like that really influence me. Yeah.
And your lyrics, some may consider, you know, especially in American society, that they may be taboo. So how much of fan consideration do you take in when you write?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't, because I know that if you think of there are taboos that I'm dealing with, maybe sexuality and maybe there's some swearing here and there, but if I use a swear word, I find it very necessary that to accentuate that it's real. It is language that is used, and I should use it because that's the best way to describe how I'm feeling. I know, you know, I'm not. I'm a reasonably thoughtful person. I don't kind of go around.
Go out of your way to offend one.
No.
Exactly.
It's not really my cup of tea. But I do feel it necessary as through artistic expression for me to be allowed to say what I want to say, and you know, freedom of speech is everywhere. Exactly. I don't think they're particularly threatening lyrics. They're very personal lyrics, in fact. If people relate to them, then that's cool, but they are very, very personal lyrics.
And I think that's why fans are so drawn into that, because you do put personal emotion into that.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Is being a soloist more difficult than being in a band, kind of doing your own thing, or would you say vice versa?
There is security in a band. There is this gang feeling that really supports you and keeps you warm and womb-like. But I've found that you can get really tired of that, because you're constantly compromising, and if you are very driven to express yourself, at some point I really think you have to go it alone.
Right.
And the path that I've taken is to go alone, but to also find the right people that support that idea, and get what they want from it.
Exactly.
So there's no challenge of egos. There's no everybody swallows their pride. Everyone is supportive and knows that there's something above us that keeps us together. Even though I write everything and play a lot of things on the record, most things on the record. There's a really nice balance between me and the band.
Right, that's great. You know, that's what keeps you going.
It's quite an art, actually. It's a real art to keep a band together.
It really is.
It's actually more work than writing the music sometimes.
It's like being in a marriage with 5 other people.
Really, it's a little family.
It's tough. It really is.
Rock. Watch PunkTV.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.